Okay guys, so as requested, homemade slot machine. This powers that on, and there's 8,000 games, Pac-Man machines, Space Invader machines, loads of games, etc. 10 pence a go. Put your money in there. This currently takes £1 and 20 pence pieces. It's in need of a bit of TLC, as you can see. This is the main screen. Now it doesn't just play the Fruit Machine emulator, it emulates T7 games, which are still in arcades, and also Inspire games, which are in bookies, which I'll show you in a minute. Now, excuse the mess and the beers. It's a multifunctional room. Inside is an i3 computer, 2GB graphics cards, 12 gigabytes of RAM, hoppers, 10p's, quids, speakers. It took hours and hours to do. It's actually quite straightforward though. Excuse the children. That's a Pandora box, which does the games. All the buttons for these slot machines. That's how it pays out. Them poppers aren't cheap, £60 each. So I will dim the lights, and where has a screensaver? Yes, you can play stuff like that. I'll dim the lights and show you how it works. Stand by. Right, here we go. So, when you load up the machine, this software automatically starts. Generally, the return to player is 85%. So, rest of love heart. It shows you on there the game of the day, percentage payout, price per play, jackpots, etc. That changes every day. And what we need is some change, so we're going to get some change. This loads up a change machine. The screen is touchscreen. So this is custom made. And basically you just touch it once for £10 coins. Well, obviously you can't see because of the poor lighting, but it's give me £10 coins. Now here you'll notice a little widget, and you basically just press across. I mean, you can drag this up or down. So you can position this anywhere on the screen that you like. But to exit where you are, sort of volume control, up or down, and you can mute it. You just press the X. It'll put you back to where you were. So we're going to look at MFME, which is Multiple Fruit Machine Emulator. This runs JPM, Barcrest, Project, Impact Technology, basically stuff from the 80s and 90s. So for example, let's look at the favourites. So we'll type in JPM, and this lists all the games that are under JPM. There's 17 pages. I mean, if you're being specific and you wanted something like Indiana Jones, you press that and it will load. Sorry, try again. Again, it tells you the price per play, jackpots, etc. A lot of these have, you can see it's loaded there, Isle of Man ROMs. So years ago, you might remember the jackpot was £6 in tokens, but in this case, it will pay out £6 in cash, which would be £6 coins. Now, for the ones that are tokens, it would pay out in 10p's because it takes pound coins and 20p's. I'm just going to put the light on because it's a bit the lighting's a bit poor. There we go. It takes 10p's and £1. So as I said, this is touchscreen, so you can touch the buttons on there, hold, start, etc., and it plays normal. Or you can use this whole array of 9 buttons down here, which is basically mirrored. Now there's 4 red buttons because you might be playing a club machine. Now in this case, this is a normal machine, so there's only 3 buttons lit. So that button doesn't function. I think the last time I did a count, there was 500 emulated games on here. Yeah. So anyway, if you run out some money, there's a special key. Turn of the key, and you'll get £1 credit. But here goes. Let's see how we do on Indiana Jones. Again, touch screen, so you can touch it, or it's mirrored down here. That's a whole after note. And also you can increase the volume, which shows up there. Obviously, if you're married like me, you have to get the volume low because she moans all the time. Anyway, so we guarantee the win. It's got to be lower. And now we can exchange.
Good afternoon, Dr. Jones.
So we're just going to not go very far. We're going to get something where we can collect it. And we'll show you it pay out. These old machines are great for sound effects. We might be dead. Probably escape. Very predictable. So we won £1.60, so obviously that will pay out. The 60p will be in 10p's and the pound will be in pounds. And there we go. So to exit that game, we just press that. Now let's say you wanted to go for 80s machines. Let's think. Real Crazy or Super Bank. That was a good one, wasn't it? Or Super Shot, Super Line. Again, there's loads of machines on here. That faint humming sound you might be able to hear is the reel spinning. Emulates the reel spinning. Very, very clever. So I think we've got a few 10p's from before. So 10p's go up here. There we go, 30p. Again, you can press that or you can press that. Ooh. Let's bottom out and take the 20p. Again, so much fun. So X saves the game state. So if somebody's won a fortune on it, it will save it and then it will reload where it left off. It uses the ROMs from the machine, so it's very, very accurate. Now let's go on to Barcrest. There's loads of Barcrest games on here. Helps if I spell it right. You can tell I'm not a YouTuber. Winner takes all. There's 29 pages. There's 4 per page. You do the maths. Viva España. Viva Las Vegas 6. My favourite, Road Dogg. That's where the police chase you around the board. So we'll show you this one as well. So the machine's loading. It's just like the real machine being switched on. And there we go, it's loaded, so we can then put some money in. Well, that's unusual. I think we'll have to collect that. £2.40. And there we go. So we decided we don't want to play that one anymore. X. We'll close the game down. Yeah, and the other one is Deal or No Deal. That's quite popular with people. Loads of Deal or No Deal. The digital type and the analog type. Right, so let's say we're done with that. We want to change the category here. So maybe we want to play the machines that are in the bookies. So we've gone to IGME, which is Inspire. So you press that. And we've got the Centurio free spins, Wish Upon a Jackpot. Now these are on free play. So no, whereas the other one was you put money in, you get money out. This one is just entertainment. So we want to play this one. Centurion free spins. Does start off a bit skew with, but it levels out. I wonder how much money I've got in the bank. Some money from before. And you can see here, mute, volume down, up, 20, 10, 5, and X. X closes the game, but you don't have to press X, you can press the menu, like the real machines. So we're on 3, 6, 7. Let's say we want to put a tenner in. There we go, or a fiver. And it makes that sound of you put your money in. It's fortune spins. You can play this on £50 a spin, which is serious gambling issues. Or you can play it on standard £2 per spin, or £1. Again, change stake, 20p, 50p pound, just like the bookies. You can have autoplay. Now we'll just stop autoplay for a second. These buttons down here, they don't light up, but again it's mirrored. Autoplay, start. £8. Is it a tease? Super tease? Yeah. Is he going to do anything? That's unusual. I have no idea what this is because I don't play it. Oh, big wheel. Probably a jack. That's not far off a jack. What's that, 20? £20? Ooh, what would you do? I'll tell you what, let's try and go for 40. Let's try and go for 100. Nah, poo. And you can see we're going to quit with 368. Simply press the menu button. Puts us back where we were before. Again, the 6 pages here. As you can go forwards and backwards. Wish Upon a Jackpot, one of my favourites. You can see the balance is still the same. It doesn't matter if you turn the machine off, which you turn off by that button there. It will still remember what it's up to, and that's the same for the emulated 80s and 90s machines. They always remember the state because they've got ROMs. It's pure emulation. Now you can do autoplay. There's quite a lot to go through here, so I'm just going to stop the autoplay for a second and go to menu. We're going to go to MFME, which is multiple video fruit machine emulation, which is T7 games. Obviously, that's the game of the day, which is still there. That changes. So there's no icons of what they are, no thumbnails rather. I will be updating this, and it will show you a picture of what it is. But for the moment, it's just blank. One of the all-time favourites, Rainbow Riches Pick and Mix. So you press that. See my bald head on the reflection there.
Welcome to Rainbow Riches.
Takes a while to load up, but it does start. There's no lagginess, no anything like that. It's just the way it's designed. There we go. So as you know yourself with this one, you get to pick 3. And now you can see at the bottom, it appears that the bottom's cut off. I'm working on that. It will be fitted in and fixed. So we need to insert credit. So it's very simple. £10 credit. And away we go. You can increase the speed. You can adjust the volume. Obviously with the buttons you'll be able to change it to £2, but as I'm working on that, it just needs the settings adjusting so that it can be displayed fully. I say we're fed up with that and we want to try another one. Press the exit button. It saves the state, so it remembers that you've got £7 or what you've won. Emperor's Treasure. I could put a list on of actually all the games I've got, but it would take you quite a while to read them. I think at the moment the T7 games, there's 40 games emulated. I think up to 50 are supported, so I'm going through them and adding them on a daily basis. The inspired games, there is about 30 games there. The multiple fruit machine emulator, there's literally dead on 500 games, going from the 70s, 80s, 90s up to the noughties, Big Brother, etc. Here we go. So £10. So as you can see, it's slightly cut off, but we know that that's change stake, we know that's autoplay, and away we go. Will we get a feature? Nope. And we'll stop that there and then go to another one. Time's tight, etc. Like I say, I'm not a YouTuber. I don't do YouTube videos. That's for kids, especially mine. I just say it as it is. There's one that I like. I think it's called Rainbow Party or something like that. Rainbow Party. There we go. If I'm ever allowed out, because I'm married, I might have £10 on this in the arcade. As you can see, this machine, it needs a quick rub down, repaint, but everything works as it should. It was a, I think it was an Italian job. I'm trying to think what company it was that made them. Mege, Epoch, something like that. I can't remember. Right, so here we go, Rainbow Party. And away we go. Plenty of shaftings in the arcade with this one. We change the stake. You could just do it. It's slightly cut off, as I've explained. That needs adjusting. Pound ago. I will show you this. I'll turn that on, which lights up then. That's counting down, which it does. It's basically a multifunctional fruit machine plus Pac-Man machine. So 10 pence. There's no credits, so I need to put some in. And lo and behold, it didn't work. Let's try again. That coin mech can actually be wired up to a button where you press a button and it will just give you credit. But because I like fleecing everybody of every penny they've got, only joking, it's 10p per go. Not doing very well. There we go. 10 pence. If you lift the door up, inside there's like a little thing the money falls onto. You can adjust it so it's more accurate. Let's look at finding Pac-Man. Might have pressed the wrong button, you know. Right, I found it. You can actually label these buttons. If you take out the plastic cover, you can print out A, B, C, D, E, F, G, etc. That makes it easy to navigate. I've not done that. Let's say we want to play Pac-Man Plus. Obviously this is still in the same state it was before. That's when it's the screensaver mode now because we've not touched any buttons or interacted with it. That basically shows all the machines that are on it. It changes like every 5 seconds, something like that. Ooh, granny special. Anyway, play one. And use this. I'm completely hopeless at this. I was hopeless at it when I was a kid. I'm probably still hopeless at it now. Again, there's too many games to list. Ah, shit. Anyway, when you finish with that, you can knock it off there. Yeah, there's 8,000 games on. Personally, I was going to have another screen down here and have the bottom of the reels down here, but this seemed a waste of space, so why not implement something like that? That screen will go off because that button's been switched off. Where were we? Back to the main thing. If I was to redesign this machine, I probably would have something different down here. I'm not sure what yet, though. There we go, that's gone off. Will we get a feature? Now, by the way, like I said, you will. I'm not a YouTuber. I watch videos on YouTube. Might comment on occasion. all this stuff that you see now is available for free at Desert Island Fruits. So if you use Google or Bing or Yahoo or Ask Jeeves, whatever it is you use, type in Desert Island Fruits and you'll find all this stuff. There's loads of people there who will help you out. And it's very, very easy to do. Building this machine took numerous hours, a few fallouts with the wife. But no, it's been done. It's basically a computer with Coimex and payout. But it works. Maybe wanting to sell this. So if you've spent nearly 30 minutes watching this, send me a message. I live in Blackpool. Have a ride out to sunny Blackpool. Come and test it. Come and see what you think. It might be for you. It might not be. So, there we go. We pressed X to exit. Clear the search off. This is really easy to navigate. Elvis Jukebox. Not all of the games that you play in the arcade are there because this is a work in progress. They take time to develop. There's a lot of people working behind the scenes getting things like this working, and hats off to them. They do such a great job. And it's quite easy to update. This is basically a Windows machine, which I will show you in a minute. Very easy, very easy to update. So there we go. So we will exit that. Like I say, when you turn the machine on, all this loads up. And if you want to quit out of it, you just basically press that and hit presto. Today's date. This is a Windows machine. Windows 10, fully activated. It's got internet access. You can plug a wireless keyboard in and use it as a regular computer. The only difference is it's in portrait mode rather than landscape. Fully functional touchscreen monitor. There are all the games in there. Maybe take a screenshot. There are all the Barcrest games, JPM games, Mayday, Gladiators, Coronation Street, Cluedo, Project, Red Gaming, Reflex, Vivid, etc. And as you can see, 500 items. Yeah, it's a Windows 10 machine. Drag and drop, download a new game, put it in there, it works. And that's it, guys. Comments below. Thumbs down.